got over, how I got over, oh my Lord. You know my soul looks back and wonder how I got over, how I got over, how I got over, oh my Lord. You know my soul looks back and wonder how I got over, how I got over, oh, how I got over, oh my Lord. You know my soul looks back and wonder how I got over.
Facebook, Instagram, what up, what up, what up? This is I Heard That podcast. Anytime you hear something sounding real serious, I want you to say, I heard that. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, check this out. Today, everybody know it's Martin Luther King's birthday. So, God gave me a real revelation today. I told y'all that I was going to come back with the podcast, but I was waiting on the Lord, and the Lord finally gave it to me. Because Martin Luther King had a dream that's connected to today's dream. And we're going to try to unravel the truth and show y'all how it's connected. I'm going to start out, you know what I mean? I'm going to talk to our young men right here and kind of get some input of what they think about Martin Luther King, because we got to show the people that his death wasn't in vain, his assassination wasn't in vain. I'm going to give you a quick reading about Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King Jr. was the American Baptist minister, activist, and political philosopher who was one of the most prominent leaders in the civil rights movement. In 1955, you know what I mean? So he during the civil rights, his whole vision was that God gave him, that he wanted everybody to be equal. And he also wanted us to be judged by the content of our character instead of the color of our skin. And if I had to connect that till today, I would be like, us as black people, we're creating a certain stigma that people are using to judge us. So it's carrying us back in history. The content of our character means who you are without saying who you are. The content of your character is, when a person looks at you, what do they see? Do they see an intelligent person? Do they see a hoodlum? Do they see a drug addict? Do they see a woman or a man of God? Do they see a backbiter? What do they see? What is the content of your character? You know what I mean? And as I went deeper in Martin Luther King, he was so powerful. And some of his message, he told the black people, do not fall in love with sin. You know what I mean? Because we can easily fall in love with sin, because our flesh seeks out sin, because it's no good thing. Our flesh always want to do something bad. Have you ever noticed when it's something bad, you be urged to do it? Something good, you'll stand back and you'll be high like, man, I don't want to do that. That's corny. You know what I mean? But when me personally, when I was coming up, everything my mom told me not to do was what I did. You know what I mean? That was the content of my character. In the streets, I was known as a hoodlum. You know what I mean? People used to tell my mom, like, I know that ain't the way you raised him. My mom used to be like, nah, he wasn't raised that way. He just took his own direction. You know what I mean? So the first time I got caught smoking in the back of Ron's grocery, you know what I mean, a lady came and told my mom, I seen your son back there smoking. My mom was like, my mom said, I had to act like I didn't know you smoked. Because it was kind of embarrassing, but my mom knew I smoked. You know what I mean? To make a long story short, we have to be careful of how the content of our character describes us as a person before we say anything. I'm going to go a little bit farther. He was assassinated in 1968. And one of his most popular, or I'm going to say the best speech that he delivered was I Have a Dream. And in I Have a Dream, it was during the civil rights movement. And what he was trying to say is, we as people of God, all we want is to be treated fair. He said, we're not here to be malicious. We're not here to be violent. We're not here to be nothing. We just want to be considered as people. We are children of God. We are the chosen creed of God. We are the chosen ones. And I'm going to read a little bit of the speech so y'all can get an idea of the I Have a Dream speech. It goes like this. It said, so even though we face difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. It's a dream deeply rooted in America's dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal. So I'm gonna go around the panel, you know what I mean, and kind of get y'all insight on what do y'all think about Martin Luther King Jr. What do y'all know about him? Start off with what do you know about?
He talked through racism.
Right.
He was a very speakable person.
Yeah. He had a strong voice. Yeah.
And the people heard the strongness in his voice. And
Yeah.
he said, I have a dream.
Right.
So he also talked about the black and white.
Yeah, he compared the two.
Compared, yeah.
Yeah, compared to, you know what I mean? That's something else I was going to say. The oppressor, he wanted us to think that white was good and black was bad. That's even going on today. You know what I mean? So we have to understand that people will design the world to put you exactly where they want to put you. And that's what Martin Luther King was trying to stop, you know what I mean? Because we came from Africa, because we came from Egypt, you know what I mean, and brought over into slavery, you know what I mean, that we was nobody. You know what I mean? We weren't even considered citizens. We was considered as property, like a car. You know what I mean? Like a house. You know what I mean? We was considered as property. That means people could buy us, you know what I mean, and use us to work for them. You know what I mean? So Martin Luther King was like, nah, we people just like y'all. You know what I mean? We people, we civilized. Only thing that's making us uncivilized is the way you're treating us. You know what I mean? And that I'm connecting that till today. We're understanding that as black people, we have to show the world that we're intelligent. We got to show the world that we more than monsters. We also got to show the world that we more than athletes. You know what I mean? And entertainers. We also intelligent. We can do a lot of things. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm just telling y'all, young men, that y'all can do anything in the world y'all want to do. Anything. Whatever you set your mind at, you know what I mean? Whatever you want to do, share it with your mama. And guess what her job is? To help you get there. That's what God put her in your life for. I mean, to help you carry out your dream. To raise you up in the way you should go. Raise you and teach you about God. And in God's footsteps, you can be anything you want to be. You feel me? How about you, young man? What you know about Martin Luther King Jr.?
Martin Luther King Jr. He ended segregation, and he tried to make the world a better place and peace. Try to make peace in the world with black and white.
Absolutely.
That's why they boycotted and stuff, so they can make a better place in the world.
That's it. So we're gonna connect this to today. I know y'all very familiar with this. I look at Martin Luther King. I look at Jesus. You know what I mean? I look at this man right here, Apostle Rogers, and I look at them as like heroes. You know what I mean? My granddaddy used to tell me, it's not the life you live now,
Right.
it's what you leave behind, the legacy you leave behind.
That's right.
What will people say about you when you're gone? They're still saying the same thing about Martin Luther King Jr. I mean, the same thing they said when he was living and when he got assassinated, they still saying the same thing today. You know what I mean? I know y'all familiar with this. You know what I mean? Y'all saying is, I stand on business. You know what I mean? So give me when y'all give me your ideology of when a teenager says, I stand on business. What does that mean?
Standing on business really means just like keeping your word for real. Like you say you gonna do this, you gonna do that for real.
Right, right.
That's really what it means.
It means standing on your word,
Yeah,
being a person of your word. So Martin Luther King, he knew when he was brought to this world, he had a vision to carry out, a purpose. You know what I mean? God gave him vision, purpose. He knew that any time he could be killed. They was hanging people all around him. He was riding down the street one day, and he looked to the right, and there was 3 black men hung. And he had just finished giving a speech about, you know what I mean, civil rights. He said, any day my soul can be taken. Right? And I connect that to Jesus. When Jesus came to the world, he knew he had a purpose. He knew he was here for a reason. He knew he wasn't going to be here that long. But as he got used to it and started liking us as people, he started saying, oh man, I got a purpose. I know I'm going to be leaving here soon. I got to be about my Father's business. So I feel like Jesus, he stood on business. He carried out his purpose. Martin Luther King stood on business. I feel like this man right here, Apostle Roger, he stood on business. He carried out his purpose. Now I ask y'all have a purpose. What do y'all think y'all purpose is? You know what I mean? As a young man, like, what do you want to do when you get, I ain't going to say grow up, because you're growing up, you're a young man. But what do you want to be? Like, if you had a choice right now, somebody came and said, look, whatever you want to be, I'm going to make it happen. Right now.
Car test.
A car what?
Test
Test cars. So you mean like driving? Okay, you want to see if they hold up like they're supposed to. They turn, if they go to speed like Ferrari, let me max it all the way out. See how I handle. Okay. That's what's up. What you want to be when you grow up?
An entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur. You want to be a business owner.
Businessman.
A businessman. You want to stand on business. What you want?
Same as simple. I want my own clothing line.
Okay. You don't clothing line. Okay. Oh my God. We can get started on that. But check this out. My job as a youth minister is to tell y'all that y'all can be anything y'all want to be. But guess what the clue is? Guess what the secrets are? Guess what you're gonna have to understand about life? I know you're gonna go through your trials and tribulations because we all did. But guess what you gotta learn? I can't do it without God.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And the reason why I'm telling y'all that because I thought I could do it with money. As long as I had money, I'm like, oh yeah, I can pay for a car. I can do this. I can do that. Boom, break my car. Boom, you know what I'm saying? Lost my house. Boom, you know what I'm saying? Got robbed. This, you know what I mean? Money is the root of all evil. You know what I mean? And number 2, you know, I know I'm getting off the subject a little bit because I'm trying to get y'all to understand that the levels y'all have to go through in order to be anything you want to be, in order to stand on business. You have to listen to your parents.
That's right. Absolutely.
The Bible speaks on it. You shorten your days if you don't listen to your parents. You feel me? When your mom tell you to do something, I remember one day my mom told me to do something, you know what I mean? And I went in the room, you know what I'm saying, and started mumbling. She said, yeah, that's where you better do it at, you know? I might not hear what you're saying.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that was the respect I had. I couldn't be in her face and do it.
That's right.
So I go to the room and I mumble it, you know what I mean? So getting back to the topic, I feel like that every one of us have a purpose in the kingdom. You know what I mean? Every one of us have we was talking about this last night. That we have a purpose in the kingdom. Like I told my wife, I look at everybody like pieces of the puzzle. Have you ever put a piece together and you done lost about 5-10 pieces? And you like, this don't mean I done did all this work and I ain't got all the pieces.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Everybody hold a piece. Y'all hold a piece. Don't think because y'all young that y'all don't have a piece in the kingdom. Y'all, because y'all the next generation. We getting old. After a while, we're gonna be sitting back, gray hair, cane, and everything. Y'all gonna be living. Y'all gonna be driving out here. You know what I mean? Y'all the next generation. So, in other words, if we as leaders stand on business, we got to be raising y'all up. We got to be pouring into y'all. We got to take time. You know what I mean? I told my wife I'd be glad when I get my schedule better, where I don't work so much, where I can have time to spend with y'all. Where I can have time to take y'all to the mall, or time to take y'all to a concert, or time to take y'all to a football game. But right now, my schedule is so tight. So I've been praying to God, lighten up my schedule. put me in a position where I can have more time to even spend with my family, spend with the young men around here, you know what I mean? Because I know y'all need it. You know what I mean? Because if I'm at my age, I'm complaining about shepherds. I know y'all complaining about shepherds too. We don't have nobody to guide us. We don't have no OGs to come around and say, come on, let's go, let me take you to go buy you something or whatever. You know what I mean? That's supposed to be our position. You know what I mean? When we talk about standing on business, we have a certain things that we got basically we got to stand on as in what God put us here for. You know what I mean? God put us here to look after y'all. God put me here to look after y'all. Because everything y'all going through, I done went through it. We can talk about it. You know what I mean? I remember I used to leave my mama's house, going places. She said, where you going? I said, I'm just going with my friend. I was going door to door searching for a blunt. Pop, what you smoking on? We ain't got nothing. I go to another door. Pop. Well, I smell it. What you smoking on? I go in there and grab it. You know what I mean? Let me hit that. Let me tote that. I hit it one time and I'm ready to go. I come on back home. How's the cut? Right. Go on my room, get on my computer, whatever. I'm good. But I just said it to say, I understand exactly the life y'all living. You know what I mean? That's what people say. When people say lock in, it's time for us as leaders to lock in and get on our road and carry out our purpose. You understand what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go a little bit further. Even though we're different, we all have a calling. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I know y'all probably thinking like, how are we the same but we're different? I mean, we're the same because God made all of us the same. He made all men in His image. He made all women. I mean, from a man's womb. I heard a woman say today, "Well, I came from my mama V. I ain't come from a man." You know what I mean? But you got to understand the metaphor is your makeup is of a man. You know what I mean? Me and my wife were talking about this. The scripture that says, "When you find a wife, you find a good thing."
That's right.
You know what I mean? What's inside that good? You know what I mean? And when you say a wife, you say a mom. What's inside mom? How many good things you can say about your mom? A lot. Let me hear a few. Go.
She had my back plenty of times.
Mm-hmm.
I can say that's my best friend. Without a doubt.
Okay. Amen. What good you can say about your mom?
Well, she's inspiring. You know, she teach us the right way. You know, she try to keep us out of trouble and stuff.
Okay.
Tell us to stay in the house. You know, when stuff going bad, lift up our day and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, regular stuff a mom should do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So would you say she stand on business?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How
Mm-hmm.
about you?
My mom, she's a loving, caring, loyal person.
Okay.
She always
She always got your back.
That
Okay.
depends on you depend on her. She's gonna make you happy.
Okay. That's what we want.
And I'm gonna piggyback off of
Go
that.
ahead,
Because
Sister.
Martin Luther King felt that Jesus could serve as an ultimate inspiration behind a violent, free movement
Okay.
inspired purely by love.
Okay.
We miss the word love.
Okay.
When you look at Jesus, love is the first word that you should see because
Right.
it's unconditional.
Yeah.
Okay? So if Jesus is unconditional, if Jesus is unconditional love, shouldn't we be more like Him?
Absolutely.
Shouldn't we love one another?
Absolutely.
It states in Matthew 5:43, to love your enemy.
Right.
Love the ones that persecute you.
Absolutely.
Love the ones that talk about you.
Absolutely.
Isn't that what Jesus did? Everything that Martin Luther King said and spoke on and stood on business was based on what Jesus did and still doing to this day.
Right. Absolutely. My point is that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Connect. I connect all leaders, for real leaders, and me and my wife was talking about this. Why do the good ones have a limited time on this world? It brought tears to my eyes. We was talking about, a particular person, I don't call them names, but the good ones, like the ones that raise all the kids, the ones that the OGs that they have a limited time on this world. You know what I mean? Jesus had a limited time. Martin Luther King had a limited time. Malcolm X had a limited time. I could go on down the list.
Absolutely right.
They had limited time to carry out their purpose. So are we standing on business or are we wasting time?
Good question.
Are we standing on business, trust, or are we wasting time? Huh?
Wasting time.
Wasting time? So I'm gonna go a little bit further. I'm gonna go to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 1, 4 and 5. And when God said, the words came, the Lord came to me saying, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you, and before you were born, I consecrated you. I appointed you as a prophet of the nation. And what that's saying to me is, was he saying that just to Jeremiah, or did this pertain to all of us?
All of us.
All
Not
of
just
us.
one specific person.
All of us have a purpose. I'm talking about, with lack of better words, he hand-stitched us. He molded us. He said, I'm gonna get Sean a big head, because you know what I mean? I'm gonna put it this way. I'm gonna do this. You know what I mean? You feel what I'm saying? I'm talking for his reason. He knew why. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give you long hair. I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna make your feet long. I'm gonna make your. He designed us to carry out our purpose, and he gave us the tools that we need to carry out our purpose. I mean, Martin Luther King had a great speaker. I listened to him all day today. His voice was like, oh yeah, he was designed to do that. His voice, you know what I mean? How he thought clearly before he spoke.
That's right.
His speech was, I have a dream. And he thought that one day, it was like he was thinking, and it was almost like he was trained.
And that one word, I don't mean to cut you off, Minister Lindsay, but one word, vision.
Right.
That dream, he had a vision.
Right.
And that vision turned into inspiration. It turned into a speech. It turned into
Hope.
action. It turned into faith.
Yeah.
It turned into all of that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gave us hope.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, I'm a dive back in. Jeremiah, you know what I mean? He was one of the great prophets, and he stood so much on business that even though his brothers turned their back on him because they got jealous of him, you know what I mean? And I just use Jeremiah as an example to when you stand on business, guess what that's gonna create?
Enemies.
Enemies. You know what I mean? When you stand on business, it creates enemies. Like, you would think because I'm cool with him, that he'll be cool with you. Not knowing he'll stab you in the back. You know what I mean? Just because you cool with him.
He won't.
He
won't.
Just because, you know what I mean? You stand on business, just because you're anointed, just because you have these gifts, doesn't mean that, you know what I mean, you're gonna have a smooth sailing.
Right.
You're still gonna go through some things.
That's right.
Jeremiah went through some things. He was sold by his brothers. You know what I mean? But one thing I learned from the story of Jeremiah, and I learned from the story of David reading it, is that when God sets a purpose in your life, no matter what it looks like, no matter what happens, you're going to come out. If you keep moving, if you keep standing on business, if you stay locked in, you're going to go exactly where he wants you to go. If you want to play ball, you can play ball. Stay focused. Whatever it is you want to do. God hold everything in his hand. It's all his. Go to him and ask him for it.
That's right.
Go to him and ask him for it. Now, I mean, if you want a sound mind, go to him and ask him for it. You want a car, go to him and ask him for it. You want a job, go to him and ask him for it.
And I just did today.
You did?
Took the application out.
See what I'm saying?
Come on,
You
Jesus.
feel like you got it? That's what I'm talking about.
Hallelujah.
That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking
I
about.
never lose confidence.
That's right. And always claim it. Say it's mine.
So we're gonna push pause real quick to do some housekeeping. Thank everyone that has entered into the I Heard That podcast on tonight. Chantel Harvey Jacobs,
What's up? What's up,
Hey, how
sis?
y'all doing?
Teresa McCannon,
Sweet tea.
yeah, Sweet Tea,
Hey, Miss T.
Harmony Lindsay, Curtis Boydley,
All
Tane
All right,
Lindsay,
Welcome.
Tay,
Jessica Little Phillip,
What up, First Lady?
First Lady, welcome.
our own
That's
First
our
Lady.
First Lady. Truth Ministries.
In the building.
Pastor Brian Phillips.
Yeah.
Hey, Pastor.
What up, Pastor?
Christopher Moore, our minister Christopher
All
Moore,
right, Mr.
Minister
Moore. Yes.
Jennifer Shields,
What's up, cuz?
Belsha, Rodney Harrison,
All right, all
What up,
right.
Rodney?
Willie James,
Okay.
and Glover.
What up, B?
So,
Welcome you all.
we thank you all for being on I Heard That on tonight. Thank you for your thumbs up. Thank you for your love. And FYI, with these young men that you see, if you would like to sow into, I believe you heard what they have stated on tonight. So if you would like to sow into where they want to go in life, how they want to go in life, you can definitely inbox either one of us. We will make sure that it gets to the proper authorities, so that we can sow into these young men, so that we can at least catapult them to where they need to be. Thank you all again for coming in. Share this live. Share it so that your friends, if they want to sow, if they want to just speak a word into them, that is available for them to do so. Like this, share this, comment, please comment. If you have anything to say to them on tonight, you can definitely do so. Just make sure that you put it in the comment section so that I can give that to them and we can get their responses. But please, ma'am, please, sir, please share the live. Okay, we love you.
Oh, let me say this real quick.
I'm not going nowhere.
I'm
Just
gonna let Sister Lamar close out because I did a lot of talking. I'm gonna talk.
no. So I just wanted to do housekeeping. We still rolling, y'all. Don't let go. Don't push off yet. Just hold on. Hey, Auntie Lavina, how you doing, girl?
How you doing?
So we're not going nowhere. So don't log off yet. We still here.
Last but not least, you guys, we are in Charlotte, North Carolina. Okay, if you are looking for a church home,
That's
please
right.
don't hesitate to come to Truth Ministries, which
CLT.
is located 6630 East W.T. Harris Boulevard, Suite D. Okay?
Come see us.
Our pastor is Pastor Brian Phillips. Our first lady is Sister Jessica Phillips. Wonderful pastors indeed. And Minister Miller. And of course, our minister, Sean Lindsay, who is with us tonight. All right?
How y'all doing?
It's Truth Ministries because we stand on truth. And
Stand
that
on business.
stand on truth and business, okay? John 8:32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall
make
set us
you
free.
free.
I'm going to leave that with you guys
Yeah.
tonight. I love you.
I got one more.
Go ahead.
One more.
Go ahead, mister. Go ahead.
I'm going to end it with Corinthians 15:58. Said, therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast and unmoved,
Well,
always abounding in the works of the Lord,
Okay.
for as much as ye know that your
Labor
labor will not be in vain.
Okay.
What you do for
Yes.
the Lord will not be in vain.
It
So
will
let's stay on
last.
business and be about our Father's business.
That's
Yes.
right. That's right. Amen.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
all right. Again, share this live. We love y'all. Thank y'all for being a part of I Heard That. Can I hear everybody say, I heard that?